Hey, Sean here. In this video, I'll show you how to use the portfolio tracker. So in your left navigation, go ahead and scroll down to new portfolio. Let's go ahead and create a new portfolio. All right, so let's create a name. I'll just call it test 5. And then you have to select your default currency. If you have multiple stocks in multiple countries, I'll show you the difference on what happens, but essentially your chart won't show. It's just very hard to do multi-currency within one chart. But this will be your default currency. In my case, I'm going to select US dollars. Let's go ahead, click save. So now I have to start adding some stocks to my portfolio. And in this case, you can do it with two different ways. You can do a CSV import. What that means is you can download a CSV from your broker. Like in my case, I use TD Ameritrade. I can download from TD Ameritrade and then upload to Tykr, or I can do it manual. So in this case, let's just select manual. All right, let's select our first ticker symbol. I'm just going to select Apple. You can start typing and a few options will display. And you can see here, Apple is in multiple countries or exchanges. So I'm actually going to select the first one. That's the one I know I purchased, which is on the NASDAQ. All right. And then you can see here, you don't have a sell option because you haven't bought it already. If you already own a stock, you will see a sell option. We'll actually walk through that in a second, but this is a buy. And I'm going to put 10 here. Transaction date. Let's say I purchased this stock. Actually, we'll go back a few years. We'll go back to June of 21. And then Tykr's smart enough, it will know the end of day share price based on the date you select. So you don't have to put in the price. It already calculates that. Now, if your price is a little different, like let's say you bought it at the middle of the day, you can make that adjustment by doing this. You can back that was 130 and 15 cents. Let's say it was 130 and 45 cents. You could put that number there. And then what you can do is you can go right down the list on the different times you bought Apple. You can, like, here's 20. You can do another transaction. Let's say you bought 30, and then you can plug in the dates. But in this case, I'm just going to delete those. We'll just do the one. We'll click Add Asset. And you're going to see it pop up in your chart right here. It's going to give you the average score of the stocks in your portfolio, and then it'll break down the assets by industry. Let's go ahead and add another stock. We'll go to Add Asset. Let's go to Manual. All right, let's add, we'll do Caterpillar. All right, so this is another buy. Since I haven't bought it already, I can't sell it yet. But let's just say we want to buy 10 shares. And let's go back to, actually, go back to July of 23. It's going to pull that price for you automatically. We'll click Add Asset. And you can start to see your portfolio building out. You can see the assets by industry right down here, the average portfolio score. You can see your unrealized assets. Unrealized are any stocks that you have not sold. Realized would be stocks that you sold. And then up top, you can see your transactions. If you want to delete, like let's say you made a mistake, you didn't want to add Caterpillar, you can go ahead, you can edit that, or you can delete it. But let's go and sell some shares. Go add minus asset, we'll go manual, and we'll go back to Apple. Okay, so you can see the sell radio button pops up. Let's go to sell. We bought 10 last time, but let's just sell 5. Put in 5. Let's select a date. Let's say I sold some shares. We'll go last week, actually. All right, there we go. Selling 5 shares. And you can see my realized assets down here. Transaction price, my ROI, that's your return on investment. Did you make money or did you lose money? And then you can go to transactions. You can see what type that was. That was a sell. You can see the transaction price there. So I bought some at 130, sold some at 194. Okay, now let's go ahead and add a stock that's not from, in my case, I made this USD currency. We're going to add a stock that's in euros. So I'll go to manual. I'll add Adyen. They're a payment processor out of the Netherlands. There we go. You can see this is euros, not USD, but we're going to buy 10 shares. We'll go to We'll go back to September of 23. All right, add asset. And then you can see my interface changed a little bit because it got rid of the chart. Again, we don't show charts or multiple currencies on the same chart, but you can still keep track of the total dollar amount and if you made money or lost money. So there you go. That's how you use your portfolio tracker.